Okay, it is now 6:50. Time to verify questions you're asking us this morning. More people starting to go back to the office, and some of you want to know, what are your options if your employer decides to require you to get the COVID shot? If you've gotten yours, you know the side effects can be brutal for some and may have you sidelined for work for a few. ABC 10's Kevin John with our Verify team is live. So Kevin, what should people know if they're concerned about getting the shot for work?
Well, Walt, people should know that they do have options if their job mandates that they end up getting this vaccine and they get sick as a result of getting the vaccine. In fact, we've heard from a lot of you about this, but there's a viewer by the name of Bernice, as a matter of fact, who asked the question, if an employer requires me to get vaccinated for COVID-19 and it causes adverse effects, can a workers' compensation claim be filed? Well, we looked into this to get her some answers, and here are our sources right here. We have Joshua Higgins, a partner of Kelly Cronenberg Law Firm, Sarah Mugman, an attorney with Lip Law, and the National Institute for Occupational Health and Safety. So Bernice, the answer to your question is yes. However, there are two main steps that an employee must take to have their workers' comp claim approved. Now, one, the employee must prove that the vaccine was mandated by their employer. Now, this can be any paperwork that clearly shows that your employer made you get vaccinated in order to physically come back to work. Two, the employee must have some form of a doctor's note. Now, it's best for employees to get a medical professional to document the adverse effects to the vaccine as soon as possible. I emphasize as soon as possible because if you wait to see a doctor after the side effects have subsided, well, it may be more difficult to prove the symptoms were caused by the vaccine. Now, according to our experts, the ones that I just mentioned, most claims are small in regards of people who had side effects from this vaccine as a result because the symptoms only last a couple of days. But once again, well, just to bring it on home, yes, an employee can file a workers' comp claim if they indeed get sick from taking the vaccine.
As long as you have your documentation. Okay, thank you, Kevin.